All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Model X market and how I have found a Model X with a over $7,000 discount. We're going to look at the used side and the new side, and kind of also my thoughts on when you should potentially try and buy a Model X if you're waiting, and some other market conditions that might push against you on why the Model X market might still be in demand, because it's kind of interesting. The Model X is one of the only Tesla models left that actually have a wait time, which is kind of pretty interesting. Someone just commented on a video below, and I was like, you're right. That's right. It is the only one. You can basically get every single other Tesla model out there, the S, the S, the Y, and the 3, relatively quick and easy. But the Model Y long range, specifically the Model Y long range, there's still a little bit of a wait. And it's interesting because how much longer of a wait will that actually be with market conditions? But let's get into the video, but let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla, or selling your Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And this video is actually sponsored by my Calendly link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so Tesla Model X, the elusive Tesla Model X, probably the last vehicle or last Tesla that I just have not experienced so far. I've had the 3, the Y, and the S, and I mean, it's kind of just on the bucket list. I've always liked it. I test drove it like at least a couple times, but I could just not deal with the old infotainment screen and all that stuff. That's why I kept going back to the 3 and the Y, or to the Y. I just could not pull the trigger. And now, as you know, as I know, they are expensive. So the Model X starts at $121, and the Model X Plaid is at $139,000. And you gotta remember, like back in the day, the Model X, the current refresh, actually got debuted at $90,000 as a base price, and now it's almost a $21,000 increase. Absolutely insane. The Plaid, of course, $120 down to, there was also a $20,000 increase at the end of the day, but definitely it's an expensive car. And to jump right into it, here's the Model X that I found that has a almost over $7,000 discount, actually almost $8,000 discount. It's a Model X Plaid. Of course, it's a Plaid. For some reason, Tesla's kind of holding it in their back pocket. I know they have long ranges available that they can sell, or that are coming, or that are people backing out, but for some reason, they're just not posting, or maybe they don't have Model X long ranges for sale that they can put, or maybe the Model X long range has just a really good backlog and queue for backlog orders or whatever. But here's a 2022. It's a red, of course, it's a red one, cream interior, 22-inch rims, 60-inch. This is probably like the most expensive Model X Plaid that you can possibly get, because it's got all the options. It's got 90 miles on it for a demo, only 90, and it has almost a $8,000 discount, or actually $7,880 to be exact. And let's just double check that it's available, and it is available. So you could buy this ridiculous car today if you're actually interested in a Model X Plaid. So let's take a look. So the first thing, the reason why I feel like the Model X is still kind of holding on strong in terms of demand, because it was the last Tesla vehicle to come out most recently. It took the longest in terms of the refresh. The Model S refresh was out since like 2021, 2022, but the Model X didn't really come out till pretty much earlier this year. And so now, as they pick up deliveries and pick up queues and orders and stuff like that, now it's finally going to get delivered to customer hands. But the other thing that's going to hold out values for this vehicle throughout the end of this year specifically is because this vehicle specifically, the Model X, is over 6,000 pounds and as an SUV. So that means business owners can use this vehicle to depreciate. A bonus depreciation is called a Section 179. Don't quote me on it, but that's probably the reason why these vehicles are still kind of holding strong and have not dropped like a bucket or dropped like a rock, like the Model S market has completely already basically depreciated. Like I think the other day I saw a Model S long range in like the $78,000, which is That's not a bad price point. Makes me want to think about, should I get back into another Model S? But let's just take a look at, since we're going to talk about the Model X, we're going to take a look at the auction value, see how they're doing, to see if there's any play. And there's actually one thing with the auction values that's pretty interesting that popped up, and maybe a signal of that this, there's people still flippers out there. And then of course we'll take a look at the used market to see if I can find the cheapest Model X refresh available for sale in the country, and we'll try to figure out what price point it's actually at, and also my thoughts on it. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my calendar link. Down below in the description, you can actually book a call with me. To schedule a call, it's a 15-minute call where you can ask me any questions one-on-one about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you actually get a link to my buying guide, which is all the resources that I use to get the best deal on a Tesla, or even really good financing rates. And right now on my guide, there's links to 2 credit unions. One has 2.99 and the other has 3.14 from 60 to 65 months, which is absolutely fantastic in this current market right now. But you don't even have to do that. Just being here, watching, hitting the likes, and definitely hitting the subscribe goes a long way. So thank you for that. But let's just jump into it. So I got it pulled up already. If you don't know, Manheim is dealer to dealer, wholesale to wholesale, auction to auction. And I got to put in here 2022 Tesla Model X for long range. You can see there's not that much action recently. I guess people are just scared. I guess dealers are scared. They don't want to just roll it into the auction because they could get some really low prices, or maybe they have reserves set for the no sales. But yeah, 2022 looks like there's really not much any sort of play. What's really funny is if you switch it to Plaid, the Plaid is not that much more. It's maybe even $10,000 more than a long range. So if you got a Plaid, my heart goes out to you, because it's you could definitely snag a deal on a Plaid if you really wanted to and tried hard to, because they are just not that much more. But I mean, I say not that much more, but $100,000 for a car is definitely crazy. But this is what I saw earlier that makes it pretty interesting. So if you switch to 2023, you would expect there's not a lot of vehicles available for sale. And yet, if you look at it, there's only the 2023 Tesla Model 3, the 2-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive, and then there's the 2023 Model X. And if you switch it to long range, look at that. There's people that are still trying to sell these. So you can imagine these are all flippers. These are all people that had Model X's. Look at 54 miles, 41 miles, 96 miles, 27 miles. These are all people that had Model X orders with the base price of $90,000, paid some taxes, whether it's 10%, so their break even is like 100, maybe low hundreds, and they're just making a quick 5 to $10,000 pretty easily. But that's hilarious, right? Like, imagine just taking home, buying your brand new Model X, taking it home, and then driving it home, and then being like, nah, I'm just gonna sell it. I mean, that, of course, that's what their whole intention was, to buy it and then sell it immediately right after. But pretty interesting that there's already 2023s into the market that are being wholesaled. So that's good news for people that are interested in Model X, because this is just going to put downward pressure, because I want to see, and actually I might have seen already, I want to see a Model X, a 2022 refresh for the $90,000 to $95,000 range. And so right now I pulled up cars.com and sorted by lowest to the highest in the country for 2022. It seems like the lowest list price is $109. Going to Car Gurus, kind of the same thing. It looks like we get even lower at $105,000. But the one thing I forgot to do is check out Doug DeMuro's site, Cars and Bids, because he always has vehicles that go for sale here that people are just, for some reason, they just let it go and don't even set like some of them set like a reserve, but some of them I've seen like Rivians go for like mid 80s, but way back when. So let's see if we can see any that sold recently that were the refresh. So here's one that sold like a couple weeks ago for 117, but these are Plaids. I don't see any of these being long ranges for the 2022 refreshes. So definitely interesting. But if a Model X comes on here, then you definitely imagine it's going to be low hundreds, if not high 90s. But thanks for watching this video. Let's see if there's any questions. Nope. Thanks for watching this quick video on the Model X market. Comment below if you have any questions about it, or if you want me to make a video about something that you're interested in, give me some ideas, then feel free to comment. But thanks for watching this video. Please hit that like if you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.